Hey, welcome in. And they wonder why nobody trusts institutions anymore. Well, let's check out the headline. Judge orders FDA to expedite release of Pfizer data on the COV vaccine. Paramount public importance. And why do they need to expedite this release of Pfizer data? Well, it says here that a federal judge in Texas ordered the Food and Drug Administration to expedite the release of hundreds of thousands of pages of documents on the Pfizer vaccine, rejecting a request by the federal government to tranche out the data over the next 75 years. 75 years. Now, I should think typically when somebody files a Freedom of Information Act request, that the expectation generally would be that you get the information before you're dead. Before everybody relevant to the conversation is dead. When you say, yeah, we'll get the information to you in 3/4 of a century, that doesn't inspire confidence. That makes people ask questions like, why? Why does it have to be so far in the future that it won't matter anymore? It's an interesting question. Well, it says here that U.S. District Judge Mark Pittman has ruled on Thursday that the FDA must release all data submitted by Pfizer for its application for its COV vaccine's emergency use at a page of 55,000 pages a month. The FDA had requested that it be allowed to put out the data at a far lower pace of 500 pages per month over 75 years for some reason. Now, there may be good reason that the FDA would not want to quickly, and that's putting it mildly, that wouldn't want to quickly release all data submitted by Pfizer for its application for an emergency use of a vaccine. I mean, the imagination can just kind of run wild with this, can't it? But that would seem to make it all the more important to actually get the information, and again, while everybody's still alive. And I just have to say, it seems like they want to hide the data that was used to get an emergency use of a vaccine. It seems like that. I don't know if that's really the case, but it just sure looks kind of weird and suspicious. I mean, it's like saying, hey, I'll get that money back to you when you're 140. That's got to be fine, right? Anyway, this ruling that they actually have to speed up the process by orders of magnitude comes as a result of a Freedom of Information Act request, and that was filed by Public Health and Medical Professionals for Transparency. And this was a group that was formed to make public the data that was used by the FDA to grant emergency approvals for the vaccines. Attorney Aaron Siri, who represented the group in court over the FOIA request, celebrated the ruling in a piece on Substack. Quote, "This is a great win for transparency and removes one of the strangleholds federal health authorities have had on the data needed for independent scientists to offer solutions and address serious issues within the current vaccine program. Issues which include waning immunity, variants evading vaccine immunity, and, as the CDC has confirmed, that the vaccines do not prevent transmission. And it looks like these days, boy, do they ever not prevent it." Now, here's something I can definitely agree with. It goes on, quote, "No person should ever be coerced to engage in an unwanted medical procedure. And while it is bad enough that the government violated this basic liberty right by mandating the vaccine, the government also wanted to hide the data by waiting to fully produce what it had relied upon to license this product until almost every American alive today is dead. That form of governance is destructive to liberty and antithetical to the openness required in a democratic society." Yeah, it's also what the mainstream media calls following the science. Thanks, mainstream media. Now, I think it's safe to say that they're pretty concerned about releasing this data for some reason, and I don't know what that reason is. I can't possibly know what that reason is, but for some reason they want to do it slowly. In fact, very, very slowly. And I would guess save the best parts until everybody's dead. Again, it doesn't breed confidence, does it? But then again, these days, what does? Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.